then whenever that pops up, it's down 5.
Do you want?
We're ready.
We live?
Yep.
Okay, calling the March 2nd, 2026 North Reading Utility Service Board meeting to order. At this time, we'll stand, face the flag, and do the pledge. Pledge of
Allegiance to the United States of America, and to the nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All the roll, if you would, please.
Tom Stewart,
Here. Here.
Morris, Matt Lee,
Present.
This time, I have a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Don makes a motion. Any further discussion, additions, corrections? I'll second. All in favor?
Yay.
4-0. Okay, no public comment. Stormwater.
Stormwater, don't really have a lot except for I do have a quote from O'Meara's to replace that culvert on Harp Street we've been talking about. So it's about $33,620. We've shallowed it up some, but then we're going to have to put some riprap so it don't wash out that ditch going down through there. So, a big job. I mean, we'll have to shut down Harbor Street probably for 2 days. So,
Russell, how large is that?
18, I think.
Okay.
It's an 18-inch. Yeah, it's 18-inch.
How long did Clint think it'd take to do it?
Probably 2 days we could have the road open. Maybe put a couple of plates over so traffic can get in and out. But you know, the good thing about it is there's
dual access.
There's dual access on that road where they can get out. I would think 2 days would be get it in. I mean, and you know, depending on the weather, we may end up just putting cold patch in and then come back once the blacktop plant gets open and then patch it right.
Mm-hmm.
So
will it take that dip out?
That's the whole reason we're doing it. I mean, the only thing that's saving it now is it's so deep, or the road would probably already caved in because there's nothing left at the bottom of that culvert that's there, or at least as far as we could see up it. So we're going to raise it up a little bit, which helps with the cost because it's the original one's probably 13 foot deep.
And I presume there's plenty of money in your budget to take care of it.
I don't know if there's plenty, but there's enough to take care of. So I meant simple motion if you want me to move on it, or
I'll make a motion to repair the culvert on the street.
Don makes a motion.
I'll second Don's.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Yeah.
Motion carries.
moving on to collection system. We have a couple of people that's talked to us about hooking on out on the force main for Muscatec on County Road 280. So they'll have to have a lift station, of course, but one of them's already got a permit, so that's going to be moving on. And other than that, it's been pretty quiet on the collection side. Knock on wood. So, I don't really have anything else on collection.
Okay, plant.
Plant. We did have a leaking in one of our buildings. That was not clear water by any means. Took us a couple of days to find it, but we were able to find it, and after 2 days of pumping out, and we were able to get it fixed on Friday. So there's still some cleanup of the building to do. So it's got some pretty heavy sludge in it. So we'll get it once this rain moves out. And then the other thing on the plant, which is good news, Sue and Charlie discovered that hadn't spent all the money out of the 2018 bond, which was the annexation project. So there's about 127,791 that that we have to draw down. And I met with SRF on Friday, and it qualifies to. It will almost pay for all the blowers. So, and the blowers qualified. So, Charlie advertised it today that we were going to draw it down, and there's a packet that Sue's been working on to send to our SRF to get their approval. So, which saves a ton on our budget. So, but we'll only have probably less than $300 of our money into it. I mean, it's all our money, but it'll pay for all of it about $300. So
That's on the blowers.
Mm-hmm. We'll still have to pay for the insulation, but that'll pay for the.
Yep.
How did they find that? It was about to be done, or they were just.
Sue was doing some research, and there was some things in there that didn't make sense to her, so she made some phone calls to SRF and talked to them, and then her and Charlie worked together on to get it, figure out how we could draw it down, and so
Because it just sits there.
Yeah, if we hadn't did it, they would have just took it and applied it to our loan.
Oh.
So, but I don't really have anything else on the plant. Things seems to be running pretty good.
Okay, questions or comments from us? Okay, thanks, Rose. Will?
The water distribution. I did have an employee go to Columbus as IV Tech and take and pass his water distribution certification. So he will be eligible for and is getting a pay raise on that. We've got about 11 months until he's eligible for his water treatment license. So. Late last year, I had an employee wreck a vehicle. We had been holding on to an insurance check just to the tune of just shy of $18,000. Got a quote for a truck replacement for $32,900 from Country. I guess I'd like to replace that truck with this truck if it's you guys are willing to do that.
The truck that, and it was not our employee's fault. A lady actually pulled right out in front of him.
Yeah.
The truck that was totaled was 2017 Red, and we're wanting to replace it 2023 double cab, almost a twin to the truck that he has with 28,000 miles. The double cab would be much more usable for the guys because they can haul and store some of the equipment, electronic equipment in there and not have to take it in and out all the time like they do with a regular cab truck.
We've got some pretty expensive line locators and metal detectors that really don't need to be in the bed of a truck. I mean, our really good line locators are about $5,000 a piece.
But we've had them looking for another regular cab similar to the one that we had, and without buying a truck with 100,000 miles, there just haven't been anything out there that was worth looking at. Will and I talked about it last week. We decided to up since he's got more than enough money in his budget to do it, we decided to give them a little more latitude as to what to look for, and mention looking for a double cab rather than another regular cab. And then
So
he was able to find this one.
the cost out of this year's budget, and like I said, 32.9 is the cost of this, minus the insurance is gonna be about $15,000. I've got right around $28,000 for the year. So there's no additional appropriations, transfers or anything like that. And I can afford it and then still have $13,000 for other erroneous repairs for the rest of my fleet.
One codicil, this truck is not there yet. It is in transit, or will be in transit. And if we make a motion to approve, I want it in the motion that it is subject
To our approval.
to approval after the truck gets here and they get it ready and we have a good chance to take a look at it.
Do you want to do that? Do we want to make a motion tonight for that or wait?
No, I think we need to go ahead and make a motion tonight, and then with that understanding that it be subject to approval when the truck gets here.
I'll make a motion subject to approval.
Okay, Lindsay makes a motion to proceed with site approval after we see the truck. Any further discussion, comments?
I'll second her.
Okay, Matt seconds the motion. All in favor to proceed?
Yay.
Motion carries.
Moving on to the plant. It has been getting on early for morning, about 2 hours earlier than normal. So we have been out looking for a leak. Currently, everything's wet, so it's kind of hard to find. But we'll continue looking. Beyond that, I am working on a preliminary rough draft on this year's consumer confidence report. I have sent in DNR's yearly water withdrawal requirement form. And then this year, there's also needed to be an update to the emergency response plan. So I am working on that as well. Mechanically, everything the plant's running fine. That's really all I've got, unless you guys have got something for me.
Okay, any questions or comments for Will? Okay, thanks, Will.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along. We have claims in the amount of $45,605.15. We have all had a chance to look at the claim dockets. So unless there are any questions or comments, this time I'd like a motion to approve the claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
Don makes a motion. Comments, discussion, questions? Matt seconds. All in favor?
Yay.
Okay, motion carries. Kara?
I do not have anything, however, Taylor is here to discuss some past due accounts. You guys? Okay, I've really been buckling down on a lot of people. We've had several receive their letters and eventually paid their balance in full. So they were able to be taken off the list. There are a few that I'm having trouble reaching, and the letters are being returned to us. We don't have any contact information for them. I sent out a couple more letters today, and I sent Kayla an updated balance of one that I sent to legal back in January. So other than that, that's all I have for the past due accounts.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Good.
welcome.
Keep up the good work. Stay on them. Okay, Sue, what do you have for us?
I was going to expound a little bit on the deal with the SRF. It came to light, about we had that drawdown money left on the 2018, which got me thinking that we did have one of our debts mature, I guess, this year. And so I got a hold of Charlie sent me the bank statements from the Bank of New York Mellon, which is the trustee for all of the SRF deals, and also for the 100% of our debt service reserve that we have to have on place. And what I have found out is we are substantially overfunded in the debt service reserve, which means that the interest accumulated on those funds, the original amount, which was $903,000, it's up to $1,077,000 right now, and we don't need it there. And it even gets stranger because since we paid off the other debt, the debt service reserve required amount would decrease. So basically, we've got probably close to $250,000 in that account that should not be there. It doesn't need to be there. We only have to have the max annual debt service of all of our outstanding debt in that fund. So I scoured through the financial agreement with the SRF and found the document where we determined how we allocated that debt service reserve. And now I have to, I've got it done. I'm going to get with Charlie because he is our clerk treasurer and I don't want to do anything without him. We have to send it to the SRF's financial person, Matt Martin, and ask, get his blessing on it, because basically that overfunding, they will not return it to us, but they will transfer it to our debt, the bond and the principal and interest payment account, which means that we may have the opportunity in sewer to forego making monthly transfers for a while as we use that up. So it's a process and it'll take time because everybody has to sign off on it at the SRF that this is okay to do. But legally, it's a restricted amount, the debt service reserve, and we have overfunded the restricted amount, which State Board of Accounts doesn't like to see us do, but if they don't understand that one of them paid off, they're not going to know too much about it. But we would like to make use of the close to $250,000 for what it should be used for, and that's to pay our debt. So I should either 2 weeks from now or a month from now, we'll have an answer. The wheels move slowly.
Okay.
And
well,
then
that would be a good thing.
Yes, because I just have to have their buy-in. We have to propose it and they have to approve it. So, but then on a going forward basis, I'll prepare a direction letter from Charlie to the SRF that any interest earned on the reserve account from now on has to be transferred month over month to the bond and interest funds so that we get the use of it immediately and don't have to ask it to be transferred anymore.
Okay.
All righty.
Anything else, Sue?
I'll be doing the sales tax calculation this coming week and a half. So we'll have that done. I did have a question for Kara, though. Kara, have you been contacted by the financial advisor, LWG, about continuing disclosure?
No.
Okay. I just did. A lot of the times they won't do it until after the annual financial reports are due, which was the 28th of February. So I just was curious as to if they have requested it from us yet.
Okay, any
That's on deck
questions
too.
or any questions or comments for Sue? Okay, thank you, Sue. Excuse me. City Council.
I saw the meeting. There was a couple of park items and a golf item. That's about it.
Good. They're leaving us alone.
What was that?
Couple park items,
There was a couple of park items and a golf course item. That was about it.
no water.
Unfinished business.
I don't really know if this is unfinished or new, but as we've been talking, loading study for you of our next meeting, I'll have a contract for Flock Miller to work with us on that, plus update the fair use ordinance. So that will be a process. We're planning on starting the sampling over the second or third week of April. So with that being said, I do have a meeting with the lab director on Friday to work out number of samples and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a fairly costly project.
Are you meeting with the new lab? Yeah. Okay.
And then on another thing, I'm going to, so now I'll have something more precise for you next meeting. And I did meet with a company called Wheeling Brothers. We have to clean a couple of our tanks this year. So I met with them and getting a price for them to do it. But I'll be honest, I haven't had it long enough where I'm able to dig into it and see what the cost is and what it would cost us. So it's because it's a per gallon thing. So, but I'll have more of that for you next meeting.
Okay, new business. Anything you need from us? Okay, at this time, I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Lindsay makes the motion.
I'll second.
I'll second. Donnie seconds. Thank you for a good meeting.